Your hopes, your...
We back.
Okay. Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's good to be back. Glad to have you here today. We hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, follow us on social media down below. We hope you enjoy. Alright, guys, let's get into it, man. How y'all been, man? I feel like it's been forever, guys. How y'all been, man?
I've been pretty good, man. Things been going great for me. Everything as far as life, as far as my family, things have been going great, man. I'm thankful for that. How about yourself?
That's awesome, bro. Like, man, it's been like a month, bro. I know there's a lot to talk about. I know you guys have seen us, but it's been a month, guys. Let's be honest. But man, like for me, bro, personally, like, man, I feel amazing, bro. I just feel good, man. I feel like more spiritual. I just feel like more positive. I've just been in this like little like mood, bro. Like I don't know if you guys follow us on social media, but there's this challenge called Where You At Challenge. And like basically, man, before that challenge, I just feel like I've been expressing myself a little more. So yeah, bro, I've been feeling good about that, man. How about you, Toby?
Solid, dude. I mean, fuck, it's been a month since we've spoken, like in here at least. So we do our texting and stuff, but
Actually recording
and like really talking in depth. Yeah. It's been a minute, so it's solid, dude. Fucking been working a lot, but like it feels good, dude. It feels right. We both had a vacation.
Yeah.
We're gone, and then we took an extended vacation from this shit.
Hey, but we back though. We back.
Guys.
Wait, that is that window. Let's just check on each other, man.
Yeah.
Mental checkup. Who wants to go?
I'll go first, bro. So mentally, bro, just like I mentioned in the video, I've been at a 9, man. I just feel like I've been expressing myself a little more. I haven't bottled up things more. I still kind of do, right? But I've been more like, letting it loose. You know what I mean?
You've been like you're aware.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
And being more aware
So
is a fucking...
at that, I'm a 9. Personal, like family wise and things like that, bro. Also, I feel like at a 9, I feel like me and my girl, been more open with each other and stuff like that, like on things that bother us. And the kids, bro, the kids are amazing, bro. Like, you know how kids are, dog. Like,
Word.
And then yeah, man, I've been feeling good. How about y'all, man?
I would say me, man, at a mental level, I'm at a 9. I did the video, I just have not posted it, the I'm Athlete Challenge.
I did it.
Yeah, I gotta post it. But like I said, man, I always have a positive outlook in life. I have clear thoughts of myself. I always look at the positive energy. And that's the way I attack my day. And in doing that, my mentality just follows, my mental state just follows. Very rarely am I affected by things, but I mean, I know not everybody's like that. Thankfully, I have that type of mentality. And I hope that, that can inspire those that actually, follow me or, listen to me or whatever it is I post on whatever social media it is that, it touches you in some way, some form, it inspires you. But at a mental level, I would say I'm a 9. Personally, I'm also at a 9. And the reason being is because my family, like it's, my daughter finally came back to the apartment. Like it was dope for her. Like she was super excited. I actually have a video of her walking in. My girl got a popper, so she was kind of like surprised about it. We walked in, bro. It was loud, bro. Like we walked in and boom, like I jumped. I was like, oh damn, I didn't think it was gonna happen. I was like, what's so loud? And my daughter, she freaked, bro. But like she got excited. She ran to my girl, gave her a hug, and it was cool to see that, man. Because I got to see her,
her genuine reaction.
Yeah, and I know I was telling Gilbert that I know it was something that she was needing because like in the past couple of weeks when I was seeing her, like when I would see her, like I noticed that there was a change in her and her behavior.
Yeah. And
I know obviously that whatever we were going through was affecting her, and I couldn't really explain to her in depth like I mentioned before, but I just reiterated, that we love her, we're all here for you. You have 2 families, like no matter what, like we're not gonna leave you behind, not alone. And I just go based off of that, and things will go back to normal. But again, every time we met, like when the actual meeting happened in the very beginning, like it was just kind of like awkward, I guess. But I would always just try to like make her feel comfortable, and then after that she'd be good. So getting her back in the apartment was actually amazing for me because like I said, she was very happy about it. Today was actually her first her game that I went to.
Yeah.
And she scored a goal. She scored 2. One was in the wrong side.
Right? Soccer.
Yeah, soccer. One was on the wrong side, but one was on the right side. And I was like over here, Bella, but she got it the second time around.
Did they give them the point though?
Yeah,
they
give them the points. That's fucking bullshit.
I know. I asked the coach. I was like, "Did they
give
give
it
them
to professional level?"
Do they really?
Yeah,
bro, but they're kids, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
How does Ava, right?
No, Bella. Yeah.
How does Bella look? 6.
She's 5, bro.
5?
She's gonna be 5 on Wednesday. So we're actually doing
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, bro. I was like, man. I mean, I expected it, but I kind of was hoping that they didn't. But I mean, you still won by a lot, bro. It was like 7-4, I think 7-3.
Which is pretty good for a soccer game.
Yeah.
Really fucking good for a
They
soccer
play the little small goals, right?
Yeah, it's tiny.
Sure, bro.
It's
little girls.
it's
Bro.
awesome.
No, we get it.
No,
we play soccer
no.
professionally. We get it.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's just when you start with a little kid, they play the small
Yeah, the little
small
goals.
goals.
I
It's hella
was,
cute. It's hella cute seeing the little kids.
I don't remember what position I was, bro. I remember my cousin. It was me and my cousin Belinda. We played soccer together, and she was a goalie. Or she had fucking.
Yeah, bro, that's nice.
Luckily that hasn't happened, but yeah, I would say just overall, I'm at a 9, man. Things have been going great. We're gonna celebrate my girl's birthday at Peter Piper. Just take her there in the Sky Park, see where it goes from there.
Everyone's
Man.
invited. On George.
Everybody.
Pull up, but everybody come to
65 of our subscribers.
I ain't pay for nobody though.
Yeah.
I like that kind of
We got one
cash.
pizza for 45 people. Let's go.
Dude.
We actually got it cut into smaller pieces.
Yeah,
Hey,
for
how
sure.
are you, Toby? How are you, bro?
Solid, dude. I have nothing to really that I can off the top of my head. Nothing that really has bothered me, man.
It's awesome, bro.
Been enjoying it the last few weeks. Back from our vacation, and then we got a few more weeks before we're back on vacation. So we're looking forward to that. Hence the mask. Blame my wife, bro. Normally I wouldn't be wearing a mask here with these fools, but my wife makes me.
Gotta keep her happy,
Yeah, shit, I gotta wear the mask so that nothing, just for her, bro.
Hey,
But
that's up, bro.
solid though. Mentally, I don't even give myself a 9 ever. I've been like an 8 always. I'm always like an 8. I feel like that's a pretty solid number for me.
I feel like that's good, bro. Because
Yeah.
like, you come in, you're like a 7.
7.
Bro, so that's amazing, bro. Like,
This
that's
morning
so
was
good.
pretty solid, man. I sent you guys a snap, like the pictures. I went to go get my wife a bunch of breakfast. I had my alarm set for 10:30, bro. She said wakes me up at 9:20. She was like, "Hey, I want breakfast," and I was like, "Fuck, bro." And our breakfast is like Saturday and Sunday breakfast. I mean, you know how it is growing up. It's like you get the barbacoa, but in my household, it's like you gotta get the barbacoa. So you have to go to 3 different places, bro. So I gotta go to La Michoacana to get chicharrones and her horchata.
Yeah.
That's one place. And then I gotta go to Paloma to get the barbacoa.
Paloma.
And then I gotta go to fucking Phoenix to get the donuts. Shout out to Phoenix today. We brought Phoenix today for the boys. I brought Phoenix for the boys.
Sir.
So it's 3 different places I have to go to. So that shit literally takes me like a fucking hour. Like,
Damn.
so that's why I was like, you're like, show up 10-15 minutes. I was like, dude, I'm barely getting back.
Like, say less, but
like,
you sure
I can
not
actually eat
20, 25, 30 now?
But solid, man, overall, like mental health, family, personally, like an 8 or 9. The kids have been fucking on my ass lately, bro. But I mean, what's a day when they're not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're not more shitters than any other day. They've been solid. Ezra's been fucking hilarious lately. Stella and Emma always fucking fighting with each other, bro. But at this point, it's like, it's like whatever.
Yeah, bro.
Take it day by day, man.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
it is.
whatever. But overall, solid 8, bro.
Hey,
Solid fucking 8.
get us into today's topic, George.
So down into the topics, basically values. Values are a thing that all of us hold. They differentiate. They may be similar in a certain way, but we want to do this activity together to see, kind of like where we stand. Not necessarily. I was telling Gilbert, it's not necessarily a rebuttal. It's not an argument. It's not us trying to convince each other of which is right, which is wrong. Because again, it differentiates between people, and all of that is also affected by our own experiences, our own influences. So who knows? Maybe my own experience influence one of my own values that maybe Toby may have a difference in it. I'm not going to try to change perspective on what he thinks, but maybe whatever I say may get him to gauge his perspective, and maybe it might change, maybe it might not.
Shit, like that one episode with the role models, like I in my head before I walked in, I was like, I don't really have a role model. And then you guys started talking, I actually had a role model.
Exactly, and it's the same vice versa. Like,
Same thing here.
Again, like we're not trying to be like, oh, this is the right way, that's the wrong way, because all of us have different upbringings, all of us have different experiences. And they affect our values, and in turn, now that we got kids, our values are basically affecting our kids' values, whatever they get, whatever we influence them to value is what they'll grow up with. And as they grow up too, it's crazy because we're not, probably you, Toby, because your kids are a lot older than us, but as kids grow up and they get their own, voice and their own understanding of values, then they start, not necessarily rebelling against our own values, but they kind of challenge them or they question them because they're not just having our.
Man, at a certain age, I really do want my kids to question.
Exactly, and that's good.
That's what we're talking about. Like,
That's
he's
good.
Like question me, not in the sense of like disrespectful questioning, but it's just like
To understand.
wanting to learn more.
Exactly.
Questioning. And I'm fucking 100%.
And that's the thing about values too.
They try to catch his hands.
I say,
What's up, fool?
just hey, Nah, but as they get older,
Hey, Chip.
We're gonna end it right there.
I'm joking, but as they get their own voice, I mean, we're not experiencing that yet because our kids are very, very small, so we can basically tell them the values we want to instill in them. But as they get their own voice and they get to understand the difference in values, and they get friends, because they will also come around friends that have their own values to their own households. Like that's
when
where
they start like sleeping over there,
exactly,
or like hanging out with them.
Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah.
all of that are things that we're gonna do it in the future. Maybe we do it a little bit right now.
Yeah.
But we're all gonna do with that as parents, and the whole idea of it is to understand that and to know how to navigate through that. Not that we know how to do it exactly, but let's have let's have a conversation about it, as to understand each other and to see how we can actually go about those things. So we're gonna start out with this basically activity where we're gonna agree and disagree with certain statements. The statements will be put on
you
the
guys can
screen.
go along too. So in the comments below, whatever we talk about. Also, we have links here that we're gonna be going back and forth on. We'll link them down below. But again, whatever we're talking about, if you want down below, dude, fucking. You tell us, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
tell
us if you agree, disagree, and why.
We'll try to make a small video sometime soon too on like their opinions. And
exactly. And again, like this is building a community, man. So we're not gonna say, oh, you're wrong or that's incorrect, because maybe we're gonna get something out of it as well. Just as you tuning in are gonna get something out of what we say. We're trying to help each other out. At the end of the day, we're promoting growth, facilitating growth, and that's what we're here for. For each other.
Okay.
So let's dive in for those value statements. Starting off with the first one. I'll go ahead and state it, and then I'll say agree, disagree. Gilbert, you'll go next, then you'll go next, and then 2 minutes tops each to try to explain whatever it is we agree or disagree on.
Do you want me to throw a timer on?
No.
2 minutes.
No, I think it's fine. I think we just keep track with up there. That'll be fine. Again, you don't have to go the full 2 minutes. As long as at least 2 minutes tops. If it's a minute that it takes you to explain it, that's fine. All right, first one: men and women are equally capable of caring for children. I agree.
I agree, bro. I
don't
agree.
agree.
You don't
No?
Reason being, dude, they fucking have them inside of them. It's a different love, dude.
Yeah.
It's a completely different love. Like, yeah, we fucking love our children. We'll literally die for our kids. Like, I fucking 100% will die for my kids. I'll kill for my kids. I'll go to fucking prison for my kids. But the love that the mother has for their kids, bro, is a completely different love, bro. Reason being, there's literally like they're inside of them.
Yeah.
Dude. It's different. Like I think I mentioned it a couple episodes ago when I said you're like, oh, were you excited? I was like, I don't really know what to feel when my wife was pregnant. Like, yeah, I'm excited, but it's like, dude, she feels that shit from the start. Like, women know. You know what I mean? Like, hormones, the serotonin, like fucking all the scientific shit. Like, it's so much different, bro. So in my opinion, the love that women have for kids, bro, and like mothers have for their kids in particular, I truly believe it's a different type of love. Bro.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Different type.
The reason I agree, bro, is because obviously, like, my mom raised 2 boys on her own. You know what I mean? So I know a woman is capable of caring for a child, and then I see the perspective on Emily, with my girlfriend, her side with like her dad, like the way he raised them and like the way he cared for them and the love they have for him. So to me, I feel like it is on both ends, bro. And I feel like maybe sometimes, like, they're a whole, but sometimes a woman, like, woman and men, bro, sometimes you're like, bro, I just don't care. You know what I mean? You have those people that, like, they just don't care about the children at all.
You just don't have, what's the word?
Empathy, yeah, bro. So, like, I just feel like I agree for the fact that I've seen both ends, like my mom and then my girl's dad, which is like, the way you love your child.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
And I just and then my end, like, the way you raising your kid, like, I just feel like you are capable of caring for your child the way you are. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard, 100%, bro. Like, obviously, like, but I just feel like it is possible.
I think for the same reasons I would agree to an extent. Reason being, like I said before, I think women and men are equally capable, because society allows that to be the case as well. Like baby milk, you can do formula, things like that nature. I think how you mentioned, like the I guess anatomy, biology, and all of that part of it. Like, it's true, women have, I guess, certain connections with each other that we don't get, don't have when they're in the stomach and all that. Yeah. But like, I guess that's on a case by case scenario, because like I think he mentioned right now, like, there's some parents that don't care, and sometimes that's the mom, and it's I wouldn't say that's often or it's rare. I'm not sure the stats on
Pursuit of
that.
Happiness.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm not too sure on the stats on that. It's a good movie, by the way, though. Pursuit of Happiness.
The restroom scene, bro, when he's fucking holding the door.
But for that reason, like, I had I had my both parents in my life, so I got to see the dynamics of their parenting. I think their parenting was basically very conservative. For my dad was the provider, mom was the nurturer, and I think also that also has an effect on us as why we view it like that in our society, because we always see that as the man as a provider and the woman as a nurturer.
Yeah.
And I was telling Gilbert, like society though has changed to think like that, because as time has
I can't wait for
progressed.
my wife to be a doctor, bro, so I could be a motherfucking
home dad.
So yeah, so I'm saying like times have changed, opportunities have been presented for women empowerment is there, all of that. So women cannot make more money than the man. What does that tell you? That means women can be the
Dude, I
provider
can't wait
now.
till she makes more money than me.
So
you're like, as soon as I drop out the kids, hey, get what? Where you at?
Hey, Starbucks on my wife today. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the reason why I would say I agree, man. I think we're both capable.
Hey, just be like, hey, tell me I'm gonna work. All right, babe. Where you going though? Where's that debit card?
Where's our card?
Where's
Where's our card?
Can you order some pizza and wings though?
Hey, you forgot the breadsticks.
There's no ranch.
Where's the ranch, man? It's 50 fucking cents, babe.
Alright, so going to the next statement. Fathers should stop hugging and saying "I love you" to their sons when the sons become teenagers. I disagree.
You have two girls.
I have two girls, but I'm coming from an area
from a son.
Yeah. So basically, in this case, we're gonna stick to.
Does your dad still hug and kiss you, shit?
He would kiss me, and it's crazy because I think my parents they would say I love you, but not all the time. I'm the one that always says it.
Yeah.
So I always say I love you, mom. I love you, dad. Even to now, I always say it.
That's Stella, dude.
Yeah.
Stella does that shit. My middle baby.
And my mom will sometimes say it, sometimes not, and I don't take offense to it. I guess that's just the way they are, I mean, I've seen their love growing up and all that stuff, so I know they love me. But like, I guess verbally saying it, not so much. I think, and even now as I'm older, they occasionally say it. I always say it no matter what, though. Because that's me. Like I want to know.
For one, like, you never know, it could be your last one.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that I come from that perspective. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna say I love you because I love you, and who knows, that might be the last time you talk to me, and at least I told you I love you,
100%.
So that's why I'd say I agree, man, that I would, if I had a son, even for my girls, I'm gonna do that. I would not stop saying I love you, just because if I have those emotions for you, I want to let you know about it every day.
For sure.
Because, man, today might be my last day.
What about Tom Brady, dude? What's up?
What was that?
What about like Tom Brady shit?
Like how?
What do you mean?
Like kiss and stuff?
Tom Brady's fucking 45 years old and he kisses his dad.
Oh,
I mean, that's a good perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. Me personally, bro. I mean, I disagree as well. Like, I just feel like this question goes more to like George said, like society. It's like, well, the man's like meant to be tough. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like
my dad used to kiss me all the time
I kiss my dad on the cheek. Like that's.
No, my dad used to kiss me on the lips, dude.
I never kissed my dad.
But like, I mean, he also left like a 10.
My dad never kissed me, so.
I'll kiss you.
I'm down.
How old are you?
Off the podcast, bro.
25.
Yeah, I'm your dad.
Hey, bro. Hey, deadass, bro. Hey, when people ask you like, how old are you? Do you sometimes forget? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I forget. I'm just like, one time I went to play ball, bro, and I know cap. Like they asked me how old I was, and I said 21. I don't know why I lied, but I'm just like, bro, why did I say that? And then I was stupid, bro. But nah, bro, like me, like. I mean, I would love. I mean, I don't matter if it was my mother or my father, bro. I would just love to like, hey man, like, I
affection.
Love you. Yeah, man. Like I feel like affection goes a long way, man.
Yeah,
like
sure.
It really does, bro.
So you say you agree or disagree with that?
I disagree with that statement. I think, I mean, it's up to you, bro. It's your choice, but I think you shouldn't ever stop showing your emotions to your children, bro. Like you said, it could be your last day, bro. Know what I mean? What about you, Toby?
Shit, I kiss my kids all the time, bro. I love them motherfuckers, bro.
Oh yeah, bro.
Especially because, like, dude, like if I spank them, I'm like, fuck, I can immediately like.
I guess trying to relate to that, like even when they're teenagers though, you think you'll be like that way?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%, bro. I mean, ideally, I would love to be the father. Like even when they're teenagers, like even though I know they're gonna get like embarrassed, I'm gonna be the dad that like lowers the window as they get out of the car. Like, hey, look. I love all three of you motherfuckers. Like, hey, yeah, I'm fucking dad, dog. Like, fucking love me, dog. Yeah. Especially because like I'm gonna be dropping them all off. I think like Emma will be a senior. Like once Emma's a senior, Stella will be a sophomore. Ezra won't be in high school yet. But still, I don't give a fuck, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna raise the window down. I'm gonna have fucking Chiodos playing that they don't remember playing on the radio, full blast. Hey, I love you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, forgot my kids. Give me your.
Motherfucker. Alright, so the next segment, guys. The next one's gonna be men who father children should be forced to pay child support. I guess for me, I'm in the middle. We have to agree, disagree, right? Yeah. So, men who father children should be forced to pay child support.
What do you mean? Like if you had custody of your daughter?
No, well, I think the question, because I know
Or
some
like if
questions
you're in
are
a
kind of
like
weird,
if you're
but like you guys split.
I agree.
Okay, if you guys split,
Okay,
like
I
if
guess
you're there,
I guess
every fucking day type shit?
I'm gonna say I agree, and let me explain why I agree. Men who father children should be forced to pay child support. I agree, but only I don't think our system has the parameters on how that goes. It's just kind of like if you get child support, it gets deposited into the other person's account, and you don't know what happens to the money, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I don't like. That you don't know where the money is going to, so you don't know what's actually being spent on your child.
It should be like the way WIC is.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying though. Like
I'd be
there's a
pretty tight,
system,
low
there's a
key.
system developed to pay child
Like if
support.
you pay $400 a month, like X amount on diapers, and it can only be spent on that shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Or clothes. Like I mean, I don't know how that would work, bro. But like
Yeah.
if there's something a system in play, I think that'd be a
like
lot
children's
better.
stores, like Carter's and
Exactly.
Oshkosh and shit. Like you can only spend it at these places. You know
So
what I
and
mean?
the reason why I feel that way is because like I think like. I mean, you father your children, bro. Like that's your child. Like you can't just vanish out of their lives. Like you gotta provide some way, some form, somehow.
Like I was saying the other day, well not the other day, obviously because it's been a fucking month, but like that one episode where I was saying my homie who has his kids like fucking 4 or 5 days out of the week and still pays full child support. I'm like, this is kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Kind of bullshit. Like
Exactly.
Me personally, I feel like it's a tough question, bro. But I would only say I agree, bro, because sometimes, bro, like obviously, like us, bro, like we're always gonna be in our children's life. But some guys are like, nah, you have a kid, you know, keep the kid, and it's like, but sometimes.
Oh yeah, for deadbeats.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So-
that's just kind of like I don't know,
that
bro.
actually happened with my sister-in-law, and I don't want to name blast her shit, and I don't want to throw her on fucking under the bus. But her and her boyfriend were going through a little fucking issue, whatever, right? They have a kid, and she took him off of child support like 3 times within 1 year, bro,
Wow.
because they were having issues.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the judge legit told her was like, child support is not for failed relationships. Child support is for failed fathers.
Yeah.
Like, if you're having issues with your man,
That's on you.
that's on you, bro. But if he's still like in the life of your child, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like every time my parents would split, they would never
I
divorce,
think-
but every time they
and
would
the thing
split,
about that-
he would still pay.
I think
out of his own pocket.
that tension is created also by the fact that the man thinks like, dude, I'm giving you money, like,
That's enough,
where are you
yeah.
spending it? Like, yeah, like that's enough. That should be enough. Like, we don't really know, and I think that creates tension between the relationship, so it causes all those problems to occur. Where you're on child support, and all that bullshit. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it was regulated, I agree with it, but if it was more regulated, that I think that would help out those aspects
for
of
sure.
life.
Especially the women who actually.
And I can only say that because I mean, obviously, I know someone's father that's like, hey, take me out of child support. You know what I mean? And then they're like, why? It's like, oh, like I'll give you money, but then like they do, but they never do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See,
Like they take you off, and I feel
That
like
was
that's
the
what
one
you
thing
get
about
from
my dad. Like I was saying, every time my parents would split, she would never put him in child support. This dude voluntarily was just like here, like you know, for me, for your sister, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because my sister Christian, the one I'm always talking to her. I have 2 sisters.
Yeah.
But my sister that I talk to all the time, my sister's sister. She's not my dad's daughter, but he would still like even like fucking do all that shit. But also my dad was a fucking drug smuggler, so it was like what was money to that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Alright. So moving to the next topic, guys. You become more of a man once you fathered a child.
No.
I disagree.
Yeah, bro.
I
I disagree,
I
bro.
disagree.
And the reason why I disagree is because
Again, it goes back to what we just said.
Yeah.
Like some men just run away. Like
Bro,
it don't make
it's
them man.
easy. It's easy to run away when you have a kid. Like it's super easy.
Yeah. Bro.
Like I guess
Well,
it
at any
should
point in
make you a
time,
man.
At any point in time, like we can leave with,
Yeah.
with nothing. Like we don't.
I don't know. It's my girl, bro. Like if I leave, bro, like I'm getting. I told her like I'm gonna be straight with you. Like I'm gonna get 4 days, you get 3, and she's like. And I was like, bro, that's gonna be generous. Like I'm just like, I told her, bro, because I'm like,
Look, you
nah,
don't get
bro,
one.
like that's my dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
take it right into. I just gonna tell her, take it right into.
Riley come with me too.
No, but yeah, once you have a child, man, I think it should cause a certain change in your mentality. Reason being
It's
because
a choice change.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, bro, like, so, bro, some people just don't fucking get it, bro.
No, some people don't snap.
And they just like, bro, like to me, it's like, bro, like that's
Even after like the second kid, even after like the third kid.
And
some
I
motherfuckers
think
just don't
I
give
think
a
what I would
fuck,
say
bro.
to that man is like, there's gotta be times where you sit down and you look in the mirror and question life, question
Because
yourself,
technically, I
question
mean,
all that.
the-
Because when you start doing that, bro, like literally, bro, like it may be some kind of depressing shit. Because I know, like, sometimes when I do that, sometimes I get depressed myself. I'm like just telling talk to myself,
Yeah.
but I'm like, nah, you're good. Like I reiterate that what I'm doing great, that's helping me out, and it puts me back into positive thinking.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you do that though, you're able to peel back the layers of life, of your own life, and see, what are you doing,
actually,
bro? Like what really matters? What are you doing?
The way,
Where do you see yourself? Like all of that, bro. Like I don't think
because I didn't change when we had Emma. I didn't fucking change. I was be shit. I was straight up, and I can be real with that, and I can talk about that now because like I'm comfortable with it, and I accepted who I was. But it's like when we had Emma, like I didn't give a fuck, bro. Like I was the type of guy that was like I would work, and it's like here's money, like
yeah.
Like I'm gonna go outside with the guys.
Yeah.
It was like, or I'll be back, and I never told her where I was going. You know what I'm saying? She'll call me, I'll fucking like ignore it. But once we had like Stella was a stay with me baby, because Jamie was trying to leave me, bro.
Yeah.
Jamie was trying to leave me, dude, and I got her pregnant, dude, and I was like, you're gonna fucking stay, dog.
I got you suited up.
So
we're nowhere.
Anyway,
not straight up, dude. But like
So
now that I'm a fucking like level-headed person now, like a lot more level-headed than I was then. Dude, having a kid did nothing to me. Like it did fucking nothing to me. Because it became a point where I had to want to change.
Yeah.
I had to want to be the father that I needed to be. I had to be the person who I needed growing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for sure.
I needed to be there, bro. So it's like, dude, now Jamie's on the fucking pedestal, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I put that woman on.
Took work and effort, though, but y'all got
To
there.
me, bro, before we continue, is like to me, honestly, bro, I don't even look at my kids as my kids, bro. Like I look at them, like, bro, that's my legacy, bro. Like when I'm gone, like
that's them.
Yeah,
that's
bro. Like that's the way I see it. But go to the next question, dog.
So next statement: if a father has no money, it's best to stay out of his child's life. No,
Nah, bro.
I disagree.
Bro.
I disagree because, man, money is not gonna affect your. I mean, yes,
love
you want to provide,
bro.
but time, bro. Time is more valuable than money.
Take your kids to the park. If you can't take them to a movie, take them to a park. Bro.
Exactly.
And
There's things you can do that.
And they'll have more fun than you got.
Yeah. The point is they want you there. Like they don't want your money. Like if you give them
Kids don't give a
something,
fuck about
awesome.
money.
You buy them a toy, awesome. But bro, like that,
It's like
that toy's gonna fuck your guy
momentarily
up.
happiness.
Yeah.
Like momentary
Yeah.
happiness.
Like that moment that you
But
spend
actually,
on,
like,
with
the
her or him
memories,
on a slide at a park, like dude, that's you can't
Memories you
replace
can
that,
never
man.
lose, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
Unless you get dementia all of a sudden.
So I guess we all
That's the way true.
so we all disagree on that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
okay.
I know I don't think we did this on the previous ones, but I said if we all had the same answer, let's try to understand why somebody would agree with that statement. And I think somebody would agree with that statement only because like maybe they feel less of themselves because they're not able to give something for their child that they wish they could. That's the thing. Y'all help me out, man.
I feel like
y'all
personally,
think y'all agree
someone
with that.
disagree on that. I feel like if they're materialistic, it's like, well, if you're not,
And the thing is,
money.
I'm materialistic, but not like in the sense of like my kids' happiness.
But some people are like, it's like,
Like all they can think about is money.
they think about money. It's like, oh, well, if you don't have money, like, all right, why are you here?
I was actually watching. I was watching the M Night Shyamalan movie.
I saw that, yeah,
It was
it's
so fire.
Dude, man,
So fucking
I'm not
fire.
screaming.
But it's not a scary movie at all.
Isn't that the one with the island?
Yeah, but it's not scary.
I don't know.
It's not scary, bro. It makes you think though.
All right.
Anyway, there's a woman and her husband. Her husband's a surgeon. He's obviously a lot fucking older than her.
Yeah.
So she tells her daughter, like, "Oh, sit up. The boys only want girls with good posture. The girls only want, you're gonna get a man with good money if you're pretty, type of shit." So it's like obviously to her, financial freedom came from somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's like she's thinking about it in a sense that like where we said like,
Should go digger.
yeah, no.
No, but it's
I
a
don't
value,
use that
bro.
word.
It's a value where you're
You know what I
placing
mean?
it.
Yeah, she's valuing
Herself.
love
Yeah.
with money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's teaching her daughter the value of love is money. Like you're not gonna get a specific wealthy man if you don't have good posture.
Right.
If you're not wearing makeup. If you're not eating the right foods. Like,
That's
dude,
crazy, bro.
Fuck all that shit. Like you know what I mean? You just gotta love is love, bro. Like love can come in all shapes and sizes and forms and different ways.
But again, it
Whether
goes
you
back.
find love and money.
Again, it goes back to values too.
Yeah, it
though.
comes back to
And
your
all of
values.
us are raised differently, so you may not agree or disagree with certain values, and that's fine, man. Again, all of us have our own experiences, so any perspective is helpful, right? Because we're open mind right here. We're open minded. Keep it an open floor and no judgment. All right. So next question: it's okay to use violence. You've been disrespected. Dang, bro. Okay, so
I'm kind of on that shit.
I don't know.
the
Bro.
thing you watch. So I'll
You're
say
the
this.
person that
Yeah.
I'll say this.
I am naturally.
I disagree. Although me personally, I feel like if I'm disrespected, I guess it depends to how, bro. I'm gonna retaliate, and I shouldn't. we shouldn't do that, man.
But
As humans,
as like the Neanderthal in us, like
exactly.
Like we mentioned a while back too. Like,
yeah.
The
So
Neanderthal in us is like it's to react.
if I'm giving a political answer, I disagree. We gotta be civil men. We gotta you know.
You gotta know. There's a line.
But this ain't a political podcast, bro.
Okay, so if I'm my emotions. Bro, honestly, just because it just depends, bro.
Be real, bro. Nah, just be real.
If you catch me, bro, and it just gets to my head, I'm really good. Like, this.
Like if you're at the gym, bro, someone fucking like shoves your shit. It's like, hey, bro, what's the fuck out, pussy?
Okay, see now. If you shove my shit, say, oh my bad, bro. I wouldn't.
Hey, my bad, bro.
Yeah, that's chill.
Right now, you're good. Chill, don't even trip.
But if it's to that extent, bro, like,
hey, watch out.
I get triggered, bro. And there's a thing that there's a guy at the gym, bro, where like one of my friends that works out with me, he actually tried getting a station, bro. He wasn't disrespectful at all, but like he kind of like said like, yeah, I'm here.
Hey, let me know when you. Yeah.
But he didn't say that though. He didn't say anything. He just said like kind of like, this is my station type of shit. Like he didn't say it like that, but like his demeanor
came out.
So, and he didn't do it to me, he did it to my friend, and I got pissed, bro, because I'm like, he's done that before to me, and I'm like, I don't like what that guy does it, bro. Like, you can just say, bro, like, I'm here, and I'll be cool with it. Like, you can be civil about it.
Yeah, I got it when I'm done.
So I went up to him like, yo, you still here, man? He's like, yeah, I'm still here. Let me know when you're done. He's like, I got you. And I was like, cool. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the kind of person I am. Yeah. Bro. Like, I think like, if I'm disrespected, bro, like, I think I'm gonna take it a certain way. Like, my emotions might get the best of me.
Yeah, mine too.
I tend to be cognizant about it, and I try to not react that way. And very rarely do I react that way. I haven't had that happen to me. And
dude, it's been a minute.
A long while.
It takes a little while for me to get upset now.
Me personally, bro, like Toby said, bro, I'm not a violent person, dog. Like I'm just not like actually, bro. I'm just like a nourishing person. Like I just don't like honestly. I just choose never violence, bro. Like at all. But I feel like I'm more like a Des person, but inside like I'm fucking heated. But I just know how to react. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm an expert reacting. Yeah, like I don't know, bro. Like you can, I don't know. It's like I guess like shit happens.
For me, it's because of my size and like I know my strength. It's like if someone wants to fucking fuck with me, dog, like I'll beat the fuck out of your shit, dog.
I just feel. I mean, even then, bro. Like I grew up in a tough environment, bro. But I just never chose violence, bro. Like I don't know why.
I think for me, bro, it's just that I have a chip on my shoulder. I'm not that big, bro. But like, and that's the thing. Like I didn't grow up being big, so I went up against people that were bigger than me and playing sports and all that. But that was a chip on my shoulder that I told myself, like, man, like I'm not just because I am who I am or the way I look. I'm not gonna let that fucking suppress me. Like I'm gonna be me. Like I'm gonna stand up for myself. I don't care who it is. Like that's the way I've always been growing up. So I think that just kind of like still sticks with me. That I still have the chip on my shoulder. That like, you know, like
it's definitely like a stand up for myself type.
To me, bro,
it's not so much like I'm not looking for issues.
Like to me, I just like that. The way I think of bro is like if someone's like an asshole or shit like that. Sometimes it's like, bro, I don't know what he's going through. Like, you know what I mean? What if something's that's what I think is like. I don't know what he's going through, bro.
You saying
like,
that remind me of that scene in Big Daddy where he was like, "Hey, who won the Jets game?" And he goes, "I don't care." And he goes, "Hey, you're mad at your dad, not me." He's like, "I forgive you," and he's like, "You're right. I hate my father."
But yeah, so I guess we all you agree. No, you agree.
You agree.
I agree, even though I say you shouldn't, and you disagree. All right, moving on forward. In general, men who are dating women should pay for the dates.
Fuck no.
I disagree.
Bro, I disagree as well, bro.
It's funny because like, I mean, I put all my money into my wife's bank.
Well, hold on. It's not your girl though. Like I guess in general. Society though. Like society. Men who are dating women should pay for the date.
I think it's whoever asks who out.
I just feel like it's a first date though, bro. I feel like it's a first date. I feel like it's just proper. You know what I mean? But after that,
yeah. Once you guys get comfortable with
like if it's their second, maybe your third, fourth, fifth date. At that point, it's like, all right, bro.
You should hit them with
hey.
Bro, I saw a video on Twitter. I saw a video on Twitter.
My car's in the car.
I saw a video on Twitter, bro. It was so funny. It was like the girl's like, so this guy hit me up. It's like, hey, I like the way you look. Like, we should go out to get something to eat, like right now. And she's like, man, you know, I like. Hey, man, he complimented me. Like, yeah, I'm down. So he's like, yeah, you should come over to my place. Like, come over. And like, she's like, red flag right there. But I was just like, you know what? Fuck it, right? Yeah. So I drive to his place, and he's like, hey, I left my keys on my. I left the keys on. He's like, I left my keys in my car. I got locked out. Like, can we go? And she's like, all right, let's go. At that point, I should have been like, no, right? So he's like, oh, no, like he starts telling me, oh, go this way, go that way. She's like, man, for all I know, this guy could have been taking me to like, you know, somewhere like this, trying to me.
Yeah.
And then she's like, so we put up to a Taco Bell. She's like, you know what? It's the first date, right? You know, like whatever, you know, Taco Bell. Like, all right. Starts hitting me with the. You know what I mean? Like she's like, and this guy orders 100 tacos. And she's like, oh, so you want me to pay? She's like, at this point I'm so invested. I'm just like, all right, dude. And she's like, so we go right. It's like, oh, we go back to my place. He's like, bro, this guy we go to his place. And he's like, he's living with his dad. You know, who am I to judge? You know what I mean? She's like, all these red flags. She's like, he's like, he throws the tacos in the table, and he's like, let's feast. Like, bro, it was so funny, bro. Like,
so all of us agree then.
Yeah,
that men are dating women. Wait, no, we disagree.
In general, men who are dating women should pay for the dates.
only first date.
First date, yeah.
First date. After
Second
that,
date, maybe. But like the third date, I feel like it should be like a mutual thing where like, hey babe, I got it. Like,
if she don't pay by the first 5 dates, bro.
it's fun. Like I was saying earlier, like it's funny because I deposit all of our money into my wife's bank. So every time we go anywhere to eat, bro, so it's like we'll eat, and then I'll grab all the fucking kids, and I'm like, I'll go to the car, and Jamie stays behind to pay, and I know they fucking think like, dude, this fucking bum, like, but like little do they know,
Hey,
my fucking daddy puts all that money in.
take a look at the car. It says both of our names, bro.
No, it just says hers.
Oh, damn.
It's her card. It's her card. It's her bank, bro.
Alright,
It's her,
guys.
but at the end of the day, it's her money too.
Yeah, I get you.
Next statement: a man who cries easily is weak. I disagree, and the reason why I disagree. Well, you know what? Let's go around. I disagree.
I disagree, bro. I disagree.
You, Toby?
I disagree because I used to cry a lot.
Okay. Now go ahead. So you started already?
Yeah. I used to cry a lot. No, I used to cry a lot, bro. Like, I mean, you know, my dad went to prison. My dad left us, so it was like, it always felt like it was just me. It always felt like it was just me. My sister moved out when she was like 16 with her now husband. Yeah, they're still together. So it was always just me. This guy fucking promoting them. And then when me and Jamie were together, like through high school, like I would cry for her. But then it came to a point, like kind of recently, where dude, I don't cry anymore. Like I feel like it's not. I know it's not possible, but I feel like I've cried all my tears away already at this point.
For real?
You know what I mean? But there is times, like the other day I was super overwhelmed with the kids. I had just worked that morning. Jamie went to work at like 3 or 4. I was working. I had all 3 kids. They made a fucking disaster of the house. I still had to wash the dishes. I still had to cook the dinner. I still had to put the laundry away. I had to shower the kids, make sure they eat, make sure they're in bed, all before Jamie gets home from work.
Right.
So dude, it was just fucking like,
It's a lot, bro.
it was overwhelming, dude. 3 fucking kids to cook for, 3 kids to pick up after. And it's not like they're just making mess with toys, bro. Like they're making mess with fucking everything. Spilling drinks on the carpets. I gotta fucking scrub that shit out.
That takes time too, bro.
Yeah, literally, like Jamie called me on her break, and I was like, dude, I can't. Like, I physically, mentally, like, I fucking can't, bro. And I after we got off the phone, I went to the room, dude. I literally cried for like 3 or 4 minutes, and that's all I gave myself. So 2-3 minutes.
That's healthy though, bro.
To cry.
That's real.
Yeah, that's
And
something,
then
bro.
Emma came in, she was like, Dad, get up off the bed, like, let's go, like, we're gonna clean. And I was like, alright, dude, like,
Yeah,
Bro, I just
I was
honestly,
like,
bro,
I needed that shit.
personally, bro,
Straight
I
up.
just feel like that's beautiful, bro, because like I just feel like, you know, like one day you can like, obviously, bro, I feel like our parents, like, bro, like whatever they've been through, I feel like they've cried, like, you know what I mean? Obviously they've cried, but they just like, I've never seen my mom cry, bro, but I'm pretty sure she has, you know what I mean?
Oh,
So
for
like,
sure.
but me personally, bro, I just feel like what was the question again? Yeah, bro, I disagree because honestly, bro, I mean personally, I'm an emotional person, bro. I can watch kids film and not be crying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I just
get
feel,
emotional touched by it,
you get moved.
yeah, bro. Like I just feel like I don't know. I just see things like a different way. You know what I mean? So I see things a different way. So like it's like Coco, bro. Like Coco, like it's a cute movie, but bro, if you actually that's what I was talking about the other day because I was like, bro, if you think about it, bro, it's like a bigger meaning, bro. Like
the movie that made me cry was Marley and Me, with Owen Wilson when his dog dies.
Honestly, I've seen it, but I don't remember, bro. To be honest. But like I was like Coco, bro. Like you think about it, bro, it's like. Yeah, like it's a cute movie, bro. But you think about it, it's like, bro, they basically talk about your legacy. Like, you know, if you die and people don't talk about you, like you're forgotten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like, you know, like they found his picture or whatever, and they start talking about it again. So he's like, bro, that shit's facts. But like, if you think about it, bro, like that movie's sad, bro.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Hella sad. Like, you know what I mean? Go for it.
Probably should be.
I would say I disagree as well, man. I think men should cry, bro. Like I think society trains us conditions to not cry because it's like
That shit's
men don't
fire
cry.
too, bro. Like after you cry, you feel so fucking good.
But what I'm saying is like society or conditions meant to be like, oh, like men don't cry, cause you know when little boy gets scraped, whatever he falls, and like, hey, don't cry, like you're a man, tough it up, type of shit. So that all of that plays role into just the rest of your life if you're told those things. So it doesn't make you weak. You may think that it makes you weak, but it doesn't, man. It really just like I said, the way you cry, that's healthy, bro, because you're letting those emotions, you're not getting them bottled in, you're letting them out. So I don't think a man who cries easily is weak. And like Gilbert said, bro, like me, if I connect with something, bro, I cry easily, and it's because I'm connecting with it. Like I could watch a video. I'm not sure if y'all know Inky Johnson, but Inky Johnson's a football player who actually he was a football player, not a football player anymore or at all. But in college, he actually got an injury that prevented him from not actually going to the league. So he was done.
Was the dude that got
nerve
paralyzed?
damage? No, he got paralyzed. He got nerve damage. He almost died, so he had to get something about his artery. Plug it from his foot, put it on his shoulder, but he was not in pain more because of that.
Yeah.
And like he was like, bro, no disrespect, but like I was living like since 7 years old, telling myself I was gonna go to the NFL. Like my brothers and I, cousins and I lived in the same household. All of us slept on the floor or on a mattress. We took turns. They didn't come from a family that had money, no dad around, uncles going in and out of prison, no role models to look up to, ghetto neighborhood. So his mom worked 2 jobs, and like his mentality was like go pro.
Like everything was against.
And that was where his drive came from. So like he's talking about his whole process and all that stuff, and like where he got to that point, and it's like, bro, like at that point, it's like most people look at the situation and be like, why me, man? Like why does this happen to me? And it's like he felt like, why not me? There's a chance for me to open up an opportunity and inspire people to be the people they need to become. I'm like, man, like to have that perspective to go through that and not be able to do what you want to do, but get that and adapt and become successful as a speaker. Now a motivational speaker that you speak to people, like I got moved by that, bro, because I'm like, damn, bro, like that's the kind of perspective and mentality, bro, that's like you got grit, bro. Like no matter what you go through, like you're gonna adapt, you're gonna proceed and prevail, and that's gonna inspire people, bro. It inspired me, you know. So that's why I say, like, if I connect with something like that, bro, like I'm gonna tear up easy, bro, because I'm just connecting with it. So going to the next statement, police should stop and question men who fit the description of drug dealers. Damn.
I get that. Not drug dealers. Actually, I've had neighbors assume I'm drug dealing because I have people come over all the time. Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because that's actually like a strategy of policing, bro. It's kind of like the I forgot what it's called, bro.
The discrimination is like
profiling. Yeah, racial profiling. Well, racial profiling. There's I guess profiling, just profiling in general.
I get fucking profiled all the time because
so I mean, I think even growing up, like as kids, we get profiled. Like depending on where we go to a store, they just like look at them kind of type of deal.
Yeah.
And I would say it's kind of damn, bro, it's kind of hard. PD should stop and question you.
Honestly, bro, I disagree, bro. I disagree. Like what Toby says, like when you look at Toby, it's like he's tight and stuff like that, but bro, this guy's a genuine dude. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I guess I'll play devil's advocate to that, bro. I say I agree. Only reason because it's an actual strategy that police use as far as profiling, like we mentioned, and like what else would go based off of. Of course, you don't want to judge a book by its cover, but you also need some kind of strategy to, you know, I guess be prepared for certain things. Because like you have those cases where people fit the description and they're not it, and then they do fit the description and they are it.
One of my clients is a cop, and did you know there's a fucking murder right here, like down the street?
Yeah.
I know it was here, but I don't know which one.
Like yesterday.
It was on Rogers.
Dang.
Yesterday.
Right fucking here.
No, the night before yesterday.
Yeah, it was like 3 minutes ago. So
yeah.
We
were texting.
I just cut his hair.
Yeah.
I just cut his hair yesterday. He was telling me, he's like, bro, this week's been crazy. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, there's been like 4 murders this week.
Didn't catch him.
Yeah. He was like, but he was like that he went on the run. They couldn't fucking find him. And yesterday, as he's getting his haircut, bro, like, cause he's not in uniform or anything, but he still gets like the notifications from work. And there was a guy at the fucking, he has a place next to, it's like near the courthouse, it's like a little El Pescado or something like that. It's across the drive-through where Quick Walk's at.
Yeah.
That little restaurant, you know what I'm talking about? That big restaurant. There was a guy in there that fucking fit the description, bro, and there was like 8 cops outside waiting for this motherfucker. And not even beating him. But again, like, fit the description. So it's like, it's a tough one, bro. It's a tough one. That's a good question.
And especially now, bro, with everything going on, like in society, bro, it's like you don't want to take that take, but it's like I'll say this, like in the Carmichael show.
I'm honestly glad that I looked the way I looked, bro. Because it's kind of hard to mistake me.
In the Carmichael show, they say like that's like he's like hey man, I was walking and the cop stopped me because he said that I fit the description, and he's like, well son, he's like everyone prejudges. He's like walk over there and come back. He's like, oh yeah, He's like, you have that walk. He's like, I won't stop you. He's like, so it's okay to preach, son.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, bro, but
I guess, I'm not a big, I really try my best not to judge at all, bro. Especially, because of how I look.
But even at that,
it's hard to be
like you said right now, all of us have our own prejudices. Like, it's something that you can avoid. Even though we don't speak about it, we think about it. There's stereotypes out there that we have as well. So like all of that is re-influenced and re-socialized by our society in general. So whatever the media shows us, it's kind of like what we think as well. Like we may not agree to that fully because again, we also have our own decisions, we're our own agents. Yeah. So we have our own experiences and all of that. So the only reason why I'm agreeing with that statement is because I want to play devil's advocate and I want to say, why I guess it's a strategy, but that's used by them. So what else would they use? What else can they go by?
That's what I'm saying. It's just like you can agree to it. It's not the best thing, but it's like they kind of have to do it.
Yeah. So the next one would be it's a woman's responsibility more than a man's to take care of birth control. I disagree.
I
disagree, bro. Because I guess our generation is more open, bro. And I was actually talking to my friends about this. I'm like, bro, like now, like a thing or like a trend or like is popular is like a vasectomy. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like that's what I was telling them. Like,
I'm not sure where it was, bro, but I saw that it was like it's a health thing though. I forgot, it was a health.
It's healthier for men to get that.
Yeah, it was a health education because not just that, but you also prevent like unwanted children, like children, teenagers have sexual relationships.
Like your dad, bro. You said your dad has a
and like sometimes like they have these things and think about it. If you have a vasectomy, if you make men have a vasectomy, I'm not saying it's gonna be the case, right? But it's smart because like whenever they're ready to actually have kids, they can do it and you can have kids now, and it helps because you reduce abortions, and you don't have a bunch of teenagers having kids. Like
after 2 weeks you're healed, and after 6 months you're fucking pretty much sterile.
I feel like this person, bro, it's just like a manhood thing, bro. I just feel like it's like, oh, she should do it because that's what we're taught, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Society too, bro.
I think even as a man, you should take the step and do it yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I actually saw a guy who was like 19, no girlfriend, no kids, or maybe a girlfriend, no kids though. He like voluntarily got a vasectomy. He was like, I'm gonna do it because like I have been a lot more sexually active lately. And he's like, I might as well do it now than like fucking get told like, hey, I'm pregnant. Like that's crazy because it's not mine.
Yeah.
that's actually insane because I actually have a vasectomy.
Exactly, bro. So I'm moving on to the next question. It's not important to use protection if a man's having sex with a steady woman. Steady woman, I guess, a woman that he's been with on several occasions, and then she's
your girlfriend.
Yeah. Basically, I would say I disagree because
it just comes up again. It goes right back to like this is all about values. Yeah. It just comes back to your values and your morals. So it's like I mean, it's a choice thing.
Yeah, exactly. And again, all of us have our own experiences, our own upbringings, our own influences. But the reason why I disagree is because STDs, man. It does say steady woman, but you don't know that for sure. And even at that, like it protects again. It's not 100% you're not gonna get pregnant, right? But it's a form of a contraceptive that's gonna help out, and that's our education as far as health education goes.
But yeah, I disagree as well, bro. And basically the same point that you said.
What about you, Toby?
If it's not important to use protection, I agree. It's not that important.
Gotcha, bro.
In my opinion, I mean.
Like
you said, like if you guys are like obviously like the first like few months of you guys talking, you guys are having sex or whatever. Yeah, wear one. But it's like you guys are dating for like a fucking 8 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you guys both know you guys are fucking 100% loyal to each other.
I feel you, bro.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Change my question.
Next statement. It's okay for a man to marry a woman of a different race. I agree.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Dude, me and Jamie were talking about this. Like, we really, really want the kids to, like, we were talking about earlier about college. Jamie wants the kids to go to college. I don't give a fuck what they want to do.
Yeah.
Just be happy. But if they do go to college, I really do hope they meet somebody of a different culture.
Yeah.
Different
diversity,
background, different race. Dude, that'd be so cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
awesome.
Yeah, to learn about new shit, like, within my own family and know that, like one of my aunts, she grew up racist, bro. Now she has 2 fucking mixed kids. 2 mixed grandkids.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's like, it's not bite you in the ass, dog. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's even good though because like our society, as it's progressing, it's becoming more diverse. So,
Dude, the more mixed races we have, like the superior the minorities become.
the migration, different. You're just interbred, like it just.
I agree, bro. As well, but I do say from someone's perspective, like I remember his dad told him like you're gonna have issues like when you're from a different race, and it was true, bro. Like they had a lot of issues, but I mean I just feel like that shouldn't stop you, bro.
The Jewish community, like they're very like you know what I mean. You marry another Jewish female or like Muslims, so you know either you get fucking converted.
So right now, I guess what we're playing right now is why would someone agree with that or not disagree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that, but I understand why someone would agree with that.
And I think the same thing too for me. Like I agree with it for sure, and I think the reason why somebody would disagree with that is because again, like you said, like they would have some kind of conflict because there's some misunderstanding between the cultures.
Yeah.
Like a white girl like marrying a black man.
Yeah, there's a difference in the culture, so like that can cause, or a Mexican with a white person, or a black with a Mexican, or whatever. There's so many races out there, so many ethnicities that you know, it's gonna be a difference, of course, but it's about like learning those differences and trying to understand it. But the conflict may come from
cultural
that,
appreciation.
So I guess that's why there's people that would disagree with that. Next statement is it's okay to carry a gun to protect yourself, and I agree. I don't got a gun. I want to get a gun, but the reason why I agree. Yeah, I agree. Reason being because I think I said it before. It's better to have one and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, again, I agree for that reason. No other reason other than that. So that's my take on that.
Me, bro, I disagree, bro. Like I'm not against anti-gun violence, bro. Like whatever you do with your guns, but I don't like guns, dog. Like I just don't like guns, and I told my friend, like, bro, I just don't like guns. Like, bro, you see everything going on, bro. It's like I understand you want to protect yourself, but sometimes, bro, like shit happens. I mean, like. You could just be like, bro. I hate when people point shit, bro. Like, I hate that stuff, dog. Like that's what I mean.
Well,
like,
see, those are
like,
not supposed to have them.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Though, so I think people would agree with that too because our system also, as far as gun regulation, ain't all there either.
Dude,
like,
it's really not.
You can literally get it like
my brother-in-law is like a super big like gun enthusiast. He has maybe like 7 guns. I have a shotgun at home for like home defense. It's in like top of my closet type shit.
You didn't put that out there.
I got a shotgun at home. It was gifted to me though. It was my grandpa's. He passed away a little over 10 plus years ago. And when I turned 23, my grandma gave it to me.
Yeah.
So it was passed down. I have it there. It's unloaded. I've never shot it. I would like to. I never shot it though.
Bro.
Yeah, but you know, I have like we live in Texas, dude.
New Year's, cuz.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? So like, I do agree to an extent.
Right.
I feel specifically with like handguns and assault rifles, dude, there should be like higher regulations. Like you should get tested every fucking like 6 months on like your gun knowledge. Your safety, where you keep.
If you own a gun, you say?
Yeah, if you own a gun.
I don't know if they do that. That'd be smart.
Like, because to get a gun, especially
now.
now.
You should go to the mental test.
Exactly. So now it's fucking like it's papitas to get a gun. You can get in and out of academy within like an hour with a gun.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
it really shouldn't be like that. It should take like
again,
dude. It's harder to apply for a fucking apartment than it is to get a gun. Dude. You know how long it takes for a background check for an apartment, dude? Yeah, quick, I can go get a gun before I get an apartment.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah.
Do I agree with carrying a gun to protect yourself? Yeah, 100%. Do I agree with how easy it is? Fuck no.
And again, these are all our values, so it's situational. That's why you might find yourself having a middle, kind of like a conflict because you're gonna be like, man, I agree, but I would just because of this. Because again, it's situational, man.
Yeah.
Your situation may change which way you choose to go to. We're just trying to gauge perspectives here and understand, what our values are, basically.
Alex, I love you, but I don't like your guns, man.
You can have like one. You can have like one. But
you have a lot of guns, bro.
Yeah, if you're like a weird collector of guns, it's like, dude, stop. Your only personality is like having a gun. It's really concerning me, dude.
Yeah.
It's concerning me, dude.
I love you, Alex.
Moving on to the next statement. When a couple splits up, it's best if the child lives with the mother.
No.
I disagree.
I disagree, bro. Well, I mean,
it's situational. It's situational. It depends on like
so.
What type of
Okay, so let's do this though. Like, say what you say and then explain it, and it might, it might sound like you agree with it, but you're saying at least something that right now what you feel at this point in time. So what I say is I disagree because I think it's best where the children are best fit, meaning that where they're provided for better, where can be taken care of better, where they have a better chance at excelling in life in general.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I would say I agree.
And that's where I go to, bro. I feel like I disagree because it just depends, bro, on what's gonna be best for your child. You know what I mean? Obviously, like you're gonna have that person that's like, oh, I'm gonna keep them. Just
and see, it sucks that like the court system is set up the way it is, where like the mother always gets the kid, even though the mother might not be the best fit.
Exactly.
Like,
and I was telling George, I was like, hey,
Texas do better, dog.
Hey, put my kid in the middle, let him decide.
Dude,
that's what I'm telling George. It's not the way it works, bro.
Hey, but I mean, at a certain age, I think what is like fucking 12 or like 14 or something like that. You get to choose. Maybe not make it younger than that, right? Like, but like the kid knows who they want to be with, bro.
Yeah, the kid knows.
And
I guess
honestly,
just
take that into consideration as like a judicial system. Like, we need to take that into consideration. Like I said it before, like kids know bad people, bro. Like
they do. Yeah.
Kids know bad people, so it's like if they don't want to be with their dad, why the fuck not? Like, what the fuck is he doing?
What's
like,
going
if they
on
want
with
to be with
their
their mom? Like, why?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And again, it does come down to like, where is he more stable at? Like, it should be like the more stable parent should have the kid.
Alright, so next statement: a man should be willing to take any type of job to support himself and his children. I agree.
Agree, bro.
I agree.
Like you just gotta provide, bro. Like honestly, like
yeah.
It kind of even goes back to the other question where we talked about like, oh, man, if there's no money, like you should just add a child's life. Well,
Yeah.
you should actually do whatever it takes to support your child. And
Yeah.
you can't. Just the time is all that matters, bro. But yeah, I agree. A man should just take on any job because again, it's gonna help you provide for your child in some way or form. But so we all agree on that, right?
Yeah,
I guess now let's play the devil's advocate. Disagree. Why would somebody disagree with that? I think they would disagree with that because
Ego, man.
Yeah.
Some people's ego
Yeah,
just
for
it's
sure.
too high.
Fuck this job, bro.
Yeah, like I'm too good for this shit. Like, no, dude, no, you're not.
It's
like,
like, bro, whatever job, it's, at the end of the day, it's like, bro, you gotta feed the kid.
You gotta feed, not even the kids, bro, but like yourself, dude.
And
like,
even
if
then
you
it's
don't have
like,
a way
bro,
to feed yourself, like, dog.
It's like, bro, like
at least something. From
dude.
there, move up. If you don't like
Yeah.
the position, at least get in there and then move up, bro.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
Fucking be a janitor, dude. There's nothing wrong with that. They get paid fucking.
But again, though, that's our value.
Start washing cars, dude. Like, cut that.
exactly.
No doubt. Next one. It's not a father's job to do things like change diapers, bathe, and feed young children. I disagree.
100% disagree, bro. But and I'll go super like, bro, just a tough person, bro. How you were raised, like if you're raised in a two parent home where it's like mom did that and dad just provide for the bills, that's the way you're gonna be, bro. Like honestly, like, bro, I do everything, bro. Like I do everything, bro. In my case, like, I do everything for Braun, so it's like that's my child, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends on your mindset, bro.
Yeah.
How you're raised, dude.
It also depends on what kind of parent you want to be.
Yeah.
Some people just want to be the parent that's just like being there is good enough. Providing money is good enough. You have a house to live in. That's good enough.
It goes back to value systems. Again, perspectives, what you've been through is going to influence the way you value things, and it's going to be different for all of us. Not to judge anybody, not to change anybody's thoughts. Maybe you get inspired by one of our perspectives. Maybe we get inspired by some of y'all's perspectives. At the end of the day, we're not trying to change each other in the sense that, oh, you're wrong and I'm right. It's more as like, bro, this is my thought on it. This is what I value. This is what I think, and it's situational again. So it can change, man, and we'll go from there, right?
Hey, do more, dads. Do more.
The next one. If a parent is having serious problems on his job, it's okay for him to quit before having another job.
I agree.
Agree, bro. If you're like financially secure,
Not even.
You think so?
I feel like if I have a job, if I had a job where like say I gotta take Friday off. It's fucking Monday, right? I want to take Friday off because my son, daughter, my child has this going on. Like no, you have to work. It's like, bro, it's my kid, bro. Like,
yeah.
Specifically, like anything that has to do with my kids, bro. Like luckily I'm a barber. I'm self-employed. I make my own hours.
Yeah.
Like tell you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm gonna fucking. Hey, you wanted a haircut on Friday? My son's birthday was on a Friday. Somebody had asked me, because it was their birthday too. It was their birthday on Friday, same day as my son's. I was like, no, bro, I'm not cutting today. It's my son's birthday. Bro, come on. I'm like, bro, like, I get it. It's your birthday. I apologize. But dog, your birthday is the same fucking day every year. Every fucking year, your birthday is the same day.
You should know, bro.
Why couldn't you tell me Monday? Why couldn't you tell me?
Yeah, Monday on Thursday.
Yeah, like, hey, my birthday's Friday, bro. Can we fit in something for Thursday? I know you don't work that late on Thursday, but like, can I come in after hours?
Yeah.
Why? And it's not like a jab at him. It's just for everybody.
Yeah,
you know what
bro.
I mean? Like, if you know you have something going on,
Yeah.
and you ask for a specific time off from your work, and they're not gonna give it to you, and you explain to them the reasoning behind it, and they're still not like a parent to give it to you, they're not trying to give it to you, it's like, fuck you. Like, you don't value me.
But I feel like,
and it's so quick for jobs to
bro,
replace you, bro.
That I feel like that's not a serious. I feel like that's not a serious problem, bro. I feel like a serious problem would be like,
I think mental.
oh, this job gives you anxiety or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I guess like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it just depends. Yeah, I feel like that I think I know the job. The question's not that specific because I feel like that it's not a problem because it's like, well, just call in like, all right, I'm not coming. Like, do whatever you want. You know what I mean? I feel like that's not a problem, but I feel like they just say like you said like you're back for.
It's a problem for him though, bro.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I guess yeah, but like I guess like a serious problem would be like
for you, your understanding of a serious problem.
Yeah.
Because the way I understood it was like
The
this.
thing is like, yeah, you're an understanding person though, dude.
Yeah,
There's some managers out there, bro, that just don't give a fuck. Like,
I'm trying to interpret it the way I did. It's kind of like where if it affects you mentally, where it affects your home.
Mentally,
Like bro, like if your job,
any job affects you mentally in a negative way, fuck that job, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's affecting you mentally and it's affecting now your household, bro, that's serious, bro. Like it's getting to the extent that you know, like I'm not even at work and I can't even fucking parent. I can't even be my partner's partner. Like,
well, you know what? Yeah, bro. I'll share my answer and I agree.
We're not. That's awesome that your perspective changed.
Oh, yeah.
But
I guess because I'm just a positive person, bro. So I don't know.
But that's the thing, though.
Yeah,
That's the thing, though. We're not trying to change.
Right. I guess we'll go to the next question.
No, that's good though. Like I was just gonna say, like we were talking about earlier, we're not trying to change people's perspectives or what they have as far as answers. Because again, all of us are influenced and think differently, and it's great to understand different perspectives because it gives you a better understanding of the world in general. Moving on to the next one, though. It's more important for women to take care of their health than for men. Disagree.
I disagree as well, bro.
Both parties should be healthy, man.
Both partners.
Mental check-ins, man. Like you gotta have that with your partner as well. That's something that I try to do with my girl. I try to see where she's at because I know she does a lot of things differently than I do. She gets affected by things and overwhelmed by things, and it kind of just is like a spiraling effect in the rest of her life. So I try to like help her, I guess, cope or see things in a lighter way. So again, both partners gotta be good, man. You both gotta be mentally good, and one's not doing well, have them have some of their own time. Check in with them, and it's like, hey, dude, if you need time to go to the gym, go get your nails done, your own time, like go do it. Get around with yourself mentally,
for sure,
and vice
I do
versa.
that shit for my life every day, bro. I've done working. I've mentioned a couple times already, like,
working out.
as soon as I'm done working, like she goes to her mom's, and then she'll come back and like we'll do dinner together, and then she'll go to the gym. And it's like that's your time, bro.
That's why I want my girl. I'm like, hey, workout, dude. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
but when it's my time, though.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I tell my wife too. Like, hey man, when I ask for it, like I don't want to hear like, oh, but I'm tired. It's like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I give you your time.
Yeah.
Almost daily. Bro.
Yeah, hey, bro. Exactly. That's what I am
saying. Like I give you your time almost daily. Like at least I give you a minimum like 3 to 5 hours, bro. Not even bullshit. Because I finished working at 7, so it's literally at 7, bro. This chick's at the door, like with her bag, like ready to go to her mom's. And I'm like, bro, chill. Like, damn.
I just got home. Like, you don't want to see it for
like,
minutes?
chick, how much money do we make? Like, okay, I gotta go to my mom's. Motherfucker, like, give me a fucking hug, dog.
Where's my kids? There's no dinner?
I guess my day was good, I guess.
I gotta cook your own dinner too, though.
Nah, but definitely, like, it's a two-way lane, bro.
Yeah,
it's a two-way fucking lane. And if, motherfuckers on reverse on the forward lane, like, dude, fuck, man.
Right.
Shit gets tiring, dude.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Next one. The biggest barrier between a man and his children is a child's mother and her family. I was trying to understand that one. Really didn't.
Actually, I was actually trying to understand that, and the way I kind of like interpret it was, because it's based off values.
Right.
So it's like, if my value is like
typical Mexican values, like the woman's family ends up being more involved than the man's side of the family.
Yeah. So the way I kind of explained it to my girls, like, give her an example is like, well, if I tell Bronny, go ahead and drink this milk or whatever, right? And your mom's like, oh no, don't give him milk right now, or whatever the case may be. It's like, well, they're interfering with my value. So it's like that barrier, and I feel it's not just like the mom and the mother. I just feel like it's just like
in general,
families in general. You know what I mean? Like
when,
that's the way I interpret it.
When my sister FaceTimes me and I'm getting after the kids, she's like, yeah, dude, so I'm getting mad at them. I'm like, hey, bro, don't fucking like. I'm talking to my fucking kids, bro. Like, when you talk to your kids, I'm not gonna say shit, bro. I'll agree with you. Like, don't, like, if I answer the phone call mid-argument with my kids, don't fucking get involved. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Let me parent.
And the way,
I'm the fucking parent.
And the way I did it, I do agree.
I'm a little more blunt, though, so it's different with me and my family.
Yeah, I do agree for the fact that it's like, it creates conflict, and that is a barrier.
And then it gets your kids
second
guessing your
decisions,
bro.
Yeah.
I guess I would agree. I wouldn't say it's the biggest barrier, but it is a barrier. Because of the same reason, man. It does create conflict because it even goes even to the extent of how it could be your partner. You know, maybe you and your partner have certain, like most of the times whenever you get with your partner, you come from different walks of life. So you both have different experiences.
Yeah.
Your values may intertwine, like, even though you don't live together at first. But once you live together and you've established a relationship together, your values are kind of coming more intertwined. They're kind of more.
You better not get copyrighted by Adam Athlete.
They get more intertwined, is what I'm saying though,
Yeah.
and like you become more similar as far as your value system,
100%.
but you still have some differences.
Yeah.
So at times, whenever there's a certain situation, like you could say right now, you wanted to give your child some milk, but let's say the mom says she's like, no, don't give him milk yet because their values different. Like that can create conflict. So I guess understand your values.
Don't do it that way. Do it this way. It's like, let me parent.
It's like understand your values so that way you know, and your partner also understands their values, because at times you're gonna have to compromise. It's about kind of like saying, what are you thinking, what am I thinking, and what can we do to kind of like have an agreement about this situation.
Exactly.
So that's what I would say for that. I
Shout out to my
agree
wife's
with that.
family that doesn't really get involved when like we're parenting the kids in front of them.
No, man. So next statement: there are things a man should never tell his woman. I disagree.
Okay, so this part, bro, actually, like, I agree, bro. It went to the extent, like, bro, as your past and stuff like that. So that's when I was like, you know what, I agree. Like, there's some things that you just shouldn't tell, like, to your
I think if
bro.
it's not apparent to like the situation, the fact, like, the situation in hand, man. Like if it isn't, like, you have to look at it like this. Like if I tell her, what will change? If I don't tell her, what will change?
So you disagree or agree?
I don't know.
Situation.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just it depends on what you're not telling her. Like if
Don't-
you
don't-
fucking cheat
the
on
reason
your
why-
chick,
Well, that's different. I'm just saying, like, there's
Like,
just
in
some.
what-
there's
Okay,
some
so
context.
you mentioned
Like,
your past, so.
the way the thing is, it's like you know how you see people say, oh, I'm gonna take that to my grave. You know what I mean? Stuff
Okay,
like that.
but, okay, so
Stuff like that.
let's take it like this though. Like the way I understood it was like, bro, like from the moment you got with your girl though, everything before that, whatever happened before you and your girl, like don't.
But you're not
erase.
the way it is though.
Sorry. Well, the
that's
thing
not
is,
how it works.
That's
though.
not how it works.
it's not
That's
how
the
it
thing.
works. But what I'm saying, this question, I want us to take it like that. From the moment you got with your girl, after that, like you should just keep.
Well, yeah,
it
you should be honest. I mean, you should be honest. But the thing is, like, the way I take it is just like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like there's some things that you shouldn't just
Gotcha.
say. You know what I mean?
The reason why
Yeah, if it doesn't affect the situation at hand, like
the reason why I agree.
But what is your? Do you agree or disagree?
I don't have one. To be completely honest with you, I don't really. Like, I don't really have like an answer for it.
Alright. I would say I agree. Wait, no. There are things I mentioned never told his woman. I would say I disagree because I think that will just prevent conflicts from occurring because
It
Jacob
just
says
prevents, like
this.
growth.
Jacob says this. Everything that's in the dark will come into light.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever you hide, man, it may not come out this year, next year, or the following year, but it's gonna come out at some point in
Eventually
time.
slip.
And if it does, bro, like it's a lot worse, especially if it's a longer time.
You know what? I disagree. Reason being, just the other day, bro. Emma, Stella, and Ezra were all playing with my fucking tools, my work tools, and Emma she nicked herself with a razor blade.
Alright.
And I was like, hey, we're not gonna tell mom, because it wasn't like a big deal. It was literally like a fucking little nick.
Yeah.
Like remember they used to do the little shots. It was like one of those.
Alright.
Wasn't a big deal. Then literally like 2 days later, last night actually, she goes, oh, my finger still hurts. And then my wife goes, why do you keep playing with your finger? And I was like, Jamie, she fucking cut herself on my razor blade. I wasn't gonna tell you because it wasn't a big deal, but she keeps fucking bringing it up. So I might as well just tell you now before she fucking tells you, and it becomes some weird shit. I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me?
Exactly. Because
So-
it creates that doubt.
Yeah.
Creates that
So like,
whatever.
it just depends on the situation, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's a good question, bro. Damn.
It's yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's situational, bro. And again, it's situational. But I mean, the reason why I agree is for that reason. Disagree because again, man, you for me, I say
definitely is
I'm gonna
situational.
avoid all conflicts if I'm just transparent with my partner because I got
The way I took this
What's
approach,
that
like,
saying?
so
Where
sometimes.
it's, I'll go for my bad.
Sometimes you're one of your kids gonna be like, Dad, I want to tell you something, but don't tell mom. Like, I feel like I could just
Why
talk
can't
about
you
that.
tell mom?
well, the thing
Yeah,
is,
but the thing is
I
that-
would
that's
still
up to you, though.
but I wouldn't tell my kid that I told the mom. I would like have that conversation with my child,
Yeah.
and
You
then
have the trust
on
in
a
your
separate
partner?
conversation.
Yeah.
On a separate conversation, be like, hey, look, they said this, don't say or don't talk
Don't
about
even bring it up.
Don't bring it up, but I want you to know because I want you to be aware about what's going on. That way, maybe they'll feel comfortable at some point in time, and you at least already are not thrown off guard. Like, oh, why don't you tell me this?
Fuck,
I don't know, bro. But I mean, you go next question.
It is.
It's just real. Like,
I'm gonna make sure you're watching this video.
It's like that saying.
We want your opinion, guys.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission, which is kind of fucking stupid. Like you shouldn't like have to hold things off from your partner, bro. You guys should be transparent with each other for the most part. Of course, if it's like, you know, if it's not apparent to my life, like, oh, her friend is having an affair with, you know, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck what her fucking friend does.
Right.
Fuck your friend, I don't care. You know what I mean? But, you know, it just depends. It's situational again, yeah.
Moving forward, next statement, marriage messes up good relationships between men and women. I would say I disagree.
Huh?
I would say
marriage messes up good relationships between men and like, what do you mean, like friendships?
I guess
the
way
you're married, bro. You're getting married, so it's just like this.
I was talking about that too with a client
the way I put it is like this is what I understood is that
marriage
having that label, not necessarily like that, but I was saying that I guess having the label of marriage, I guess messes just the relationship up because now you feel like, oh, I'm married to this person, I'm obligated. Yeah. That's what I think it means. That's what I took.
It was kind of like that for me in the beginning when me and Jimmy got married, bro. Because I think I mentioned it before, dude. I met this chick when I was 11.
Yeah, bro.
We were 11 years old. We were fucking kids, dude. I met her when I was 11. We got really serious at 16. We had 2 kids before I even asked her to marry me.
Right.
Yeah.
Did it change anything? No. Truthfully, no. Like,
I feel like it doesn't either. Like what Toby says, I feel like if marriage does mess up a good relationship, I feel like it wasn't a good relationship to begin with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I would say. I would say I disagree with that too. That that's messes up a good relationship. Yeah, I disagree. I don't think marriage messes up.
But I do hate that people make relationship as a flex, bro. It's like it shouldn't be a flex, bro.
Or what? Getting married or?
Yeah, dude. Like I feel like some people like just want the title.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's what pisses me off.
Some people truthfully do want that.
Some people don't understand like what marriage is.
They're getting married. They're getting married to like talk about it.
I tell my girl, bro, like, dude, like, I'm married to you. I don't need a paper. I don't need the court to tell me. I don't need a law to tell me. Like, nobody needs to validate that. Of course.
But would you get married though?
Yeah, hell yeah. I am gonna get married.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that, like.
But like, does it make a difference to you?
No, it doesn't. Because I told her, that's what I'm saying. Like, in my mind, like, you're my wife. Even if that's not there, you're my wife in my mind.
That's why my wife wanted to get married at the fucking JP rather than having like an actual marriage because it's like, it doesn't change anything. Like, we're still down as fuck for each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Whether or not like we're married, I guess.
And it should stay like that with marriage too, though. Like, it shouldn't change.
If anything, like it low key gets a little bit stronger, but like it doesn't. If it messes, like you said, if it messes it up, it probably wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Hey, but again, if you feel different and you got a different take, a different perspective for a particular reason, let us know. It'll help us understand more. It'll open up our mind more. Again, it's not a place of judgment. We're not judging each other. We're all different backgrounds, different experiences, different influences. Let us know. Next statement, the last statement actually. It doesn't matter what a man does to earn money, even if things are off the table, off the books, as long as he supports his children. It's a little iffy.
I agree.
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna agree, bro. I'm gonna agree. To be honest,
I think you should just get your money, bro.
Because at the end of the day, bro, it's just I don't know, bro. At the end of the day, it's just your choice and your job. You know what I mean? So it's like
I cut hair. That's my main source of income.
Okay, but
on the side, I thrift and sell items that I thrift.
Peep this though. It says even things that are
off
the books.
It's kind of like, bro. It's kind of you have like the perfect example because like your dad. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's because the thing is, bro. It's like I just don't really agree, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's like you're just trying to provide for your family.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I think that's what I would agree too. I would agree.
What do you mean, like if you sell weed or some shit?
Yeah, like
I feel like
off the books. Off the books. Like you're not. It's not legal money.
Because other people will be like, well, why would you do that? You're gonna be with your. You know what I mean? It's just at the end of the day, bro.
Man, at the end of the day, my dad's intentions were good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
it's just tough, man.
It's like what we were talking about before cameras rolling, bro. Like the college, and like he didn't go to college. He didn't make it out of high school. Like, what options did this fool really have? You know?
That's the thing.
He wasn't like the handiest of guys. He wasn't like a great mechanic. He wasn't like a great carpenter. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have a whole lot of like going on for him. So it's like, it's easy to drive an 18-wheeler full of fucking dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy money, bro.
I guess if they did was advocate, the reason why I say somebody would disagree is because, like, let's say that person gets caught, then what?
Yeah, so yeah, and I feel like
they got caught, dude.
No, they get caught, but that affects the child.
They got caught trying, though.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing is that my dad tried to make apparent to me was that, like, hey man, like I tried. You know what I mean? I try to keep the lights on. And I was like, all right, bro, like I appreciate you for that, but fuck, like you could have really tried something else.
Yeah,
for sure. But
yeah.
you know, his intentions were solid. It wasn't bad intentions.
I feel like just based on how you're raised, bro. Because your raised is like, oh, you always have options. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes it's not that easy, bro. So yeah, I feel like
that kind of wraps up the whole value statements that we had going on. Now definitely a little bit about values as to why they're important. I think we just touched about it throughout the whole convo though. They change, they're not always stagnant. Our influences change our thoughts, our values. So values from the first bullet point, moving on to the next section, is values can cause conflict, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, bro.
You know, you want to give your son milk, your girl says no because she's not for milk. That's a conflict right there. How do you resolve that? Well, there's got to be mediation through there. You got to compromise. You got to talk about, you know, why is that you value milk that you can't drink it? Why is it that she doesn't value milk that you can't drink it? And then
there's just different things, bro. Like you said, it's like I grew up Catholic, or I grew up Christian. Oh, well, what is it going to be? You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. It's like religion, whether it's marital status. It's like
I let my wife do the religion thing because I'm non-religious. So it's like whatever. And I grew up. I think I grew up Catholic. I don't know.
You did, bro. We were in CCD together,
okay,
bro.
whatever.
Why you
whatever.
you don't know?
Dude, because to me, Catholic and Christian, and I don't mean to like make it a fucking religious thing here.
Yeah.
But to me, Catholic and Christian are the same fucking thing.
One
believes in saints, the other one doesn't.
That's basically.
So it's like, why is it separated, bro? Like, that's
bro,
my thing with religions, dude. It's just like
that's a good topic, bro. I don't want to dive into it too deep.
I would never shit on anybody's religion because like me being non-religious, I've taken aspects from a lot of religions, bro. One of them like is Buddhism, bro. Like Buddhism is like the art of being tranquil, like you know what I'm saying, just steady-minded and peace and love, like the way you are, bro. Like you know what I mean.
The way I take that, bro, though, is like divide and conquer. I think I don't like to get into that kind of topic, those kind of theories. I don't like to get into those.
Let's be full.
Yeah. I don't want to get into. I'm just ready real quick. I don't want to get into those topics and theories because again, it's a very rare combo. But we'll get into that probably
100%.
soon. But basically, again, going back to the next bullet point, values are subjective. You know, like there are personal opinions. They're not facts. Again, we're not saying this is the way, there's the correct way, there's the right way, the right value, because they're subjective, man. It depends how you're raised. It depends.
Hey, man, if it works in your household, it works in your household.
Yeah,
you know.
And what we're trying to do here is make y'all aware that, you know, all of us have values, and even though we may not share the same values, we can still collaborate together. Doesn't mean because we disagree on something or have different perspectives on things that, oh, I'm not your friend no more, or I can't be your friend. It's about, you know, understanding the person you're around and, you know, understanding those values, because that's going to help, you know, have better communication. It's going to make a relationship a lot smoother, whether it's your friend, your mom, your dad, your partner, your children. It's just going to make things a lot more smoother when you're aware. And I think I was telling my girl too that I think that creates conflict is that people are not aware about their own values, or they don't think about their values. So whenever things occur, they don't know why they're arguing. They're just having an argument because they're arguing, and they fail to effectively communicate because they're trying to be right, as opposed to understanding the situation or understanding why they're going through that thing, you know. But the next bullet point, often values are not consciously chosen. They're based on deep beliefs that people learn from their parents when they're so young, and they accept what the parents say and do it without question. And I was mentioning earlier, as our children grow up, man, they're gonna have their own agent, their own voice, their own person to, you know, not just be influenced by us, but by their friends and the households they go to whenever they go over for parties or hangouts or overs.
I hope they get influenced, not in a negative way.
Or not just that, but to question it.
But like get open-minded, bro.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's okay to question shit, dude. Like you question shit and it makes you think about more stuff, dude.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
Like Jamie's a big believer in mermaids. I'm a big believer in aliens, dog. And like, well, I fucking, dude. Honestly, we go on like tangents talking to each other, but
mermaids.
Yeah, so don't start, bro. Yeah. Like we, you know what I mean? She 100% truly believes there's, in a sense that like I say, I believe that there's mermaids because I believe there's aliens, and like, you know what I mean? Like maybe a mermaid's an alien, dude. That's solid, dude. It's a different conversation for another day. You know what I'm saying? Like, question shit, bro. Like, it's okay to question shit, dude. Question everything. Yeah. Question everything, dude. Because like, I think that's the reason why people love fucking getting haircuts with me, bro. Because I know a lot of shit. I know a lot of shit about nothing. Like, I know a lot of nothing of everything, though. You know what I mean? Like, right? Am I right or wrong? Am I fucking right or wrong, dog? Like, I know a lot of shit about like a lot of shit, but it's like You know, like it's okay.
I know a lot of shit about that.
Nothing, dude. But it's like it's okay to question shit because it gets you some knowledge on something.
I know a lot of shit about shit.
I know a lot of shit about some shit.
But yeah, man, values often change with age. They're closely connected to a parent's developmental stages in life. Like I said, man, things may change over time. And I think us as parents, like, we want our children to be closely aligned to our values as we can make them be. But at the end of the day, like, they're gonna grow up with their own experiences. So we gotta understand that and kind of meet them where they're at and help guide them in the way we'd like to be, but also understand that they're gonna have their own thoughts, their own, opinions on things. And it's okay to understand that, because in turn, you may be surprised as far as how they can actually teach you as so far as you're teaching them. Because like me, as I was growing up, there's things my mom valued that I didn't, or that I valued differently than her, and it created conflict because I tried, I guess, to change her values, and I think I was successful to a certain extent because I was able to open up her mind in certain things, because my mom is very conservative. So there's things that she doesn't fully agree with like I do, like things that I think of or have value for, but having those conversations with her over a course of time, now that I'm a lot older, got her to change, I guess, the way she sees things. I wasn't trying to, I guess at a young age, I was trying to change those things in her, which I'm not saying do that change on a person because you want them to change like that. I guess I just want people to understand that there's differences, and the values are your own thoughts, your own opinions, and they can change depending on the situation that you have at hand. And it's okay if it changes. Doesn't make you a hypocrite, doesn't make you anything less than what you think you are. It just makes you more open-minded, more understanding. That's all it really is. But I guess we're ending, man. We're at the very end of the content, but we're gonna have some links here for y'all on the articles that covered on what we talked about. A lot more information there for y'all if y'all want to take a look into that.
So check the description.
Yeah,
the description. Our links will be there. Guys, hey man, we appreciate you guys tuning in.
This is a good one, dude.
Yeah, this is a really good one, man. Hey, please, guys. Hey, we want to see comments. Get on our Twitters, add us, man. Like
on the Facebook,
on Facebook, Instagram, bro. This is gonna be good, man. This is gonna be good.
I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. But thanks for tuning in. This is WeAreFatherhood. Make sure you like, subscribe our channel. Links for our other pages will be here. I think we got a link for all the actual social medias. We'll put that up as well. But make sure you go like us, man. Show us some love. We out.
We out. Peace.